Hi, my name is Michael Joyce. I'm the Knowledge Mobilization Coordinator with Serene-Risc. I'd like to talk to you about 4 different ways your organization can act as a facilitator for the mobilization of knowledge around cybersecurity, particularly with an aim for public awareness, security awareness, education, and training. The first would be as a collector or a repository of information. This is a fairly traditional, well-understood idea. Cybersecurity can be difficult for the layman because of the places in which security information resides. There's no good single repository where you can go to get just the best practices that has evolved in a kind of organic way. Security information is often found in security blogs, academic journals, particular conferences, different places that really take some time to understand where they are and be able to seek out all of that information and also filter it to just take the best information. Acting as a repository or a collector for those different pieces of information, not only to assemble them, but also to filter them in some sort of way, is a way in which you can facilitate people who are at the stage where they are actively looking for cybersecurity information. In our case, we've done that with CyberSec 101, which is a collection of information from evidence-based sources for those seeking to create a cybersecurity education program at a very basic level for adults. We're hoping to extend that now in a crowdsourced manner by making use of GitHub, where we have put those pieces of information that we have, and in that way, it's not a static repository. We would hope that by using GitHub and its updating mechanism, which can be distributed to a large number, that by doing that, the collection will be able to evolve over time with the input of a community. So in that way, it becomes an active repository and not just a dead space, more of a library rather than an archive, let's say. The second way in which your organization can help with the spread and the mobilization of knowledge around cybersecurity is to act as a distributor. It often can be difficult with those who have information or have best practices to get it out to the people who actually need it. With our experience, we worked with Canadian libraries who have a wide network, and we were able to work with them to distribute the content of CyberSec 101. In that way, we were able to get a head start on creating a network for the public distribution of evidence-based practices. And particularly, libraries help us reach those groups that might be more at risk, those that might be currently unemployed, or senior citizens, or people who are outside of a regular schooling framework, such as the K-12 group or higher education. So by having a distribution network, or by using your organization to form part of a distribution network for cybersecurity information, you can really help getting those newer pieces of information out to those people who use it. We've tried to build on the network that we've created with the help of libraries by adding law enforcement, aged care facilities, hospitals to that network in order to have a larger group of adults that are able to make use of the kind of information that we've become a collector for. The third way in which an organization can use knowledge mobilization techniques to help with cybersecurity education, training, and awareness is by acting as a facilitator or translator of knowledge that others might have. So you might understand better the ways in which your particular group might accept the information provided by a knowledgeable group. And you would be able to act in a way to help make sure that the information is understandable for those people. In our case, we worked with Project Someone, who's a group that works around hate and hate speech online. And they do excellent work in developing programs to reduce the impact of hate online. But we worked with them to develop a new module for CyberSec 101. And we worked very closely with them to make sure that the knowledge that they had fit into the parameters of what we felt our audience would be able to work with. So in that way, we were able to help facilitate the transfer of knowledge from a group that was very able to understand an issue that we didn't necessarily have the same understanding of, but we're able to use our understanding of the user group, the knowledge user group, to help them to translate it into a form that would be most appropriate or more best appropriate for that particular group. So acting as a translator or facilitator, it may be that the group is within your organization or within your sector. You can act as a translator or facilitator in that way by helping to bring knowledge in, not just in its raw format, but in a form that works best for the group that you have. Final way that you can act to help with the spread of information around security education, training, and awareness is to act as a provider for other groups that may need cybersecurity education input. There's many a time at a cybersecurity conference that knowledgeable experts will discuss or lament the state of information that's being passed around by other groups. So moving beyond that, it's possible to act as a knowledge provider for those groups. In our case, we worked with the Independent Media Arts Alliance here in Quebec to provide them with information that provides as a basis for them to build information appropriate for their membership around cybersecurity. By acting as a provider and by working in this way, you're making sure that knowledge doesn't stay locked within your particular organization, discipline, or group and makes its way out to the wider community. So those are 4 ways that you can help being a part of the cybersecurity community and spread information using knowledge mobilization techniques and play a role in increasing and improving cybersecurity education and training and awareness in the wider cybersecurity community.